When a team doesn't just win, but dominates, it sends a message to the entire league. The Rams are back, and they mean business. That's exactly what happened in Sunday Night Football, where Los Angeles dismantled the Buccaneers in a performance that left fans cheering and analysts rethinking the NFC landscape. But beyond the score, there's drama, emotion, and some behind-the-scenes chatter, including what Leonard Brockers had to say about Aaron Donald's infamous SNF celebration. Today, we're breaking it all down. Welcome back to the Rams Squad Show, your source for expert analysis, insider perspective, and a deep dive into everything Rams football. In this episode, we're recapping a dominant win over the Buccaneers, exploring what made this victory so special, and revealing Brockers' insights on Aaron Donald's celebration that everyone's talking about. Whether you watch the game or just want the inside scoop, this episode is packed with the key takeaways every Rams fan needs to know. Let's start with the obvious, the win. From the opening snap, the Rams set the tone. The offense was precise, efficient, and ruthless, executing McVay's game plan with surgical precision. The quarterback was in rhythm, connecting on critical passes that kept drives alive and defenders on their heels. The running game wasn't just functional, it was explosive. Each carry seemed to open up another dimension of the offense, forcing Tampa Bay to adjust on the fly. The result was a team moving with the kind of cohesion that championship runs are built on. On the defensive side, the Rams were equally dominant. Pressure on the quarterback disrupted the Buccaneers' timing, and the secondary capitalized on mistakes, turning turnovers into momentum-shifting plays. What stood out most was the defense's discipline. They didn't just react, they dictated the flow of the game, bending without breaking and striking when it mattered most. It was a clinic in execution, teamwork, and preparation, and it left Tampa Bay scrambling the entire night. But beyond stats and highlights, there were moments that defined the culture of this team. Aaron Donald's celebration after a key play on SNF became an instant talking point. For some, it was a statement of dominance. For others, a glimpse into the fiery mindset of one of the league's most intimidating defenders. That's where Leonard Brockers' comments come in. Brockers, known for his no-nonsense approach, offered insight into what drives Donald and why that celebration meant more than just emotion. It was a reflection of the team's mindset and confidence. According to Brockers, Donald's energy isn't about ego. It's about setting a tone. It's about letting the opposition know that every snap matters, that the Rams aren't here to participate, they're here to impose their will. And it's contagious. When one player shows that intensity, it reverberates across the locker room, elevating performance across the board. Brockers' perspective gives fans a look at the synergy between star power and team chemistry that makes this Rams squad special. Now, let's break down the tactical side. What made the Rams' offense so effective? First, the balance. The team didn't rely solely on passing or running. They mixed concepts that forced the Buccaneers into impossible choices. Motion, pre-snap shifts, and creative route combinations created confusion at every level of the defense. This wasn't luck, it was preparation meeting execution. The offensive line's performance deserves a shout-out too. They provided time in the pocket, opened lanes for the backs, and allowed the quarterback to make throws with confidence. Defensively, the Rams executed a perfect mix of aggression and restraint. They pressured the quarterback but maintained coverage discipline, forcing errors without overcommitting. Their ability to read Tampa Bay's tendencies, anticipate plays, and adjust in real time made the Buccaneers' offense look tentative and reactive. It was a performance that reminded everyone why defense wins championships, and why this Rams team has one of the most fearsome units in the league. But beyond the X's and O's, the human element of this game is equally compelling. Leaders emerged on every side of the ball. Young players stepped up in critical moments, gaining confidence and showing they can perform under pressure. Veteran presence kept the team grounded, making sure emotions didn't override execution. And at the center of it all, Sean McVay's adjustments and communication were masterful, demonstrating why he's one of the top minds in the NFL. The implications of this win go beyond one game. It sends a message to the rest of the NFC. The Rams aren't just playoff contenders. They're a team capable of dominating when it matters most. It gives the players confidence, reinforces the game plan, and sets the tone for the rest of the season. Every snap, every adjustment, and every celebration contributes to a culture of winning that is becoming unmistakably Rams. As we look ahead, the key takeaway is this: momentum matters, but culture sustains it. Aaron Donald's celebration may have been a highlight, but the real story is the environment the Rams are creating. Discipline, execution, confidence, and leadership are all at peak levels right now. If they maintain this trajectory, there's no reason this team can't make a deep playoff run and maybe even contend for the Super Bowl. That's going to wrap it up for today's episode of the Rams Squad Show. A dominant win over the Buccaneers, insight from Brockers on Donald's celebration, and a team that's building momentum, culture, and confidence all at the same time. Make sure you subscribe, drop your thoughts in the comments, and tell us, what moment from this game stood out most to you, and how do you think it impacts the Rams moving forward? Thanks for tuning in. Keep your eyes on the field, stay loud, stay proud, and as always, horns up. If you want, I can also create a more energetic, punchy version optimized for YouTube with visual cue suggestions for graphics and highlights that will keep viewers glued for the full 10-minute runtime. It would still be around 900 words, but more visually dynamic. Do you want me to do that next?